Urban Therapy with Sun 752. This is your daily go getterism number 757 for October 29th, 2016. Listen, tonight I want to talk to y'all about holding somebody back on purpose by mistake. That's right. Holding somebody back on purpose by mistake. Let me explain what I mean. Have you ever known about a situation where somebody really has the best interest for somebody at heart and in mind, but the way that it comes out is like they really are keeping them back in some ways? They may be keeping them back by saying that they're protecting them, or that they're keeping them safe, or that they're making sure that they stay together. But in reality, they really don't want the person to get away from them. It's kind of selfish, but it's one of those things that exists, and it happens every day in life. So it's like one of those things that we have to deal with, but when it comes along, sometimes it can make us feel resentful if it's carried out in such an overt way. Let me give you a couple examples. Parents. Sometimes parents hold their children back from seeing the world, from being able to do things, because they want to make sure that they don't hurt themselves while they go out and explore the world, learn about the world, find themselves, and all kinds of things. Let's say that you have a high school aged child, and they're getting close to graduating time. Now, let's say your child is really, really good in school, or maybe good athletically, balanced with their academics. So they have the opportunity to get a scholarship, whether it's a sports scholarship, or whether it's whether it's an athletic scholarship or an academic scholarship to the school of their choice. But the school of their choice isn't in the local area. It's far away. Maybe you live on the East Coast, and the school that they are getting a scholarship to is all the way on the West Coast. Or maybe even Alaska or Hawaii, down south. Wherever it is, it's more than an easy car ride for you. So maybe you encourage your child to go to the local school, your local state school, instead of expanding themselves and going far away. There could be a variety of factors that can influence that. Maybe you don't have the finances to send your child away, but finances aren't really an issue because they have an athletic or an academic scholarship, and they have an opportunity to have their 4 years paid for. So you can't say that it's because of the money. So what it really all boils down to is that you don't want your child to be far away from you, because if they need you for anything, if they are in an unsafe condition, or if they have problems, or if they've never been away from home because you haven't allowed them to ever be away from home, you're worried about them, very, very worried about them. And you will worry about them even more knowing that you don't have easy access to them whenever they call, or should, have to become an adult by getting in some situations that they'll have to find their way out of. So you encourage them to go to the local community college or the local state college or whatever, that may not even be offering them a scholarship. But because you don't want them to go far away, you're holding them back, and you're holding them back on purpose. So in order to make yourself look better, you may not even reveal that the real reason that you don't want them to go far away is because you'll feel uncomfortable. So maybe you'll make them uncomfortable. Like, you really want to do that? You want to be that far away from your mom or your dad? Sort of like Fred Sanford used to do Lamont. Whenever Lamont would start talking about leaving the Sanford and Son junk business and doing something on his own. So what happens? Parents do it. Lovers absolutely do it. They do it all the time. And lovers do it justifiably. Well, they do it in a way that people look at it as being justifiable. Let's say you don't want your significant other or your spouse to start learning different things and hanging around different people because you feel like that will make them grow apart from you. You could have already been insecure about your relationship in the first place because maybe you felt like they were on a higher higher a mental plane than you are. Totally discounting the fact that they want to be with you. But maybe you figure that because you think that you come up short as far as what you think you should be bringing to the table, even though your partner has accepted you fully, maybe you think that you can't trust their faith that they have shown in you, and you think that if they start to educate themselves more, or start to hang around in different circles, or start to do certain things different than the normal things that you've done, maybe you feel like you will lose them, that you won't be able to step up to that. So you play the jealousy and possessive role. Well, I don't want you hanging around such and such because I know that they just want you, or I know that they're going to hurt you, I know that they're going to harm you, and I don't see why you want to be around them anyway, blah, 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 blah. That's not you, and that's not the way you are, and all this kind of stuff. But what it really is that you're feeding your fears. You're fearful that if your significant other or your spouse starts to get around different people, and they start to learn different things, and they start to know different stuff, then you and them will not be on the same page anymore, and it will be a point of contention in your relationship, and things will get messed up. So you start hating on your significant other or your spouse. So instead of them causing the problems externally, or letting external problems cause the problems for you, you decide to make problems in-house by starting little fights, arguments, and basically, causing stress because of your fears. You're afraid that you're going to lose something or somebody that you love. And that may totally not be the case, but you're holding them back on purpose by mistake. And the reason why it's by mistake is because you don't really want to see them doing bad. You don't wish any ill will on them. It's just that you don't want them to be with nobody else. And you don't want them to leave you. So it's a selfish act, but this is the way that some people deal with their selfishness. It's very human. I think I was saying on the radio show this morning, is that in our humanity, we often do things that are very inhumane. We perform inhumane acts in our humanity. It's crazy. Friends even do it. No romantic involvement. No romantic attachment. But you may have had a best friend, your BFF. Y'all been down since kindergarten, since the sandbox, since the monkey bars. And now, let's say y'all go through high school with each other and all of that. And now y'all about to go in different directions after high school. They're going to college. You're going into the military. Or y'all both going to college, but y'all going to different colleges. Y'all meeting different people. Now, they're going to... Hey, one thing is for sure. When you go to college, you're going to meet a lot of new friends. No one goes to college and does not have any friends. College is a place with nothing but friends because it's an educational background, and there are going to be so many people with so many different interests. So whether you're a nerd, whether you're a weirdo, whether you are a jock, whether you're Mr. Popular, whether you're a party guy, whether you are a cokehead or whatever, you will find your match friend-wise in college. There's something for everybody, no matter what school you go to either. Even if you are one who doesn't even want to go to college, so you're just a straight slacker, there are plenty of those too in every school, even Ivy League schools, from what I understand. So anyway, so maybe you're afraid of losing your friend, or a lot of times what happens is that when your best friend starts to get other friends, and you don't like their other friends because the other friends have different interests than you and your BFF. So you start getting selfish. So whenever their other friends come along, now you don't want to be around them. Well, yeah, just call me. When me and you can just kick it, because your other friend, they alright, but make up some type of excuse. Holding them back on purpose by mistake. Because you want your friend to make it out there. You want them to be successful. You want them to do the damn thing out there. You just want to make sure that it's with you. So it's a deeper level of selfishness. It's not selfish for your own purposes exclusively. You just don't want to see somebody get away from you that you want to keep close. It happens. Like I said, in our humanity, sometimes we act a little inhumane. So we cause problems for somebody that we really have nothing but love for. Yeah, it goes down like that sometimes. It's one of those things we have to deal with. Just got to deal with it, man. Let me see. You know what? I'm going to just leave it at those examples for right now. But I want y'all to think deeply about this, man. We do it. We do it. We hold people back on purpose by mistake. So we don't want them to do bad. We don't want to see them hurt. And we really don't want to see them unsuccessful. We just want to make sure that we're part of it when it all goes down. So it's like keeping them. You know what I'm saying? Got a hold on them. So we want them to go out there and be successful, but come right back. Don't go nowhere. Don't change. Don't do nothing. You know the hardest thing in the world is to stay the same. Can't stay the same. Gotta learn, gotta grow, gotta adjust, gotta be better, gotta be the best that you can be. And that's what it's all about. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, yo, man, when it all comes down to it, you don't mean to hold nobody back on purpose by mistake. But in your selfishness and in your humanity, which sometimes plays out to be inhumane, you just may do that. So you have to be careful. Don't let your jealousy and possessiveness and your fear that someone will take something away that you consider to be yours away from you. Don't worry about that. Number one, change your attitude, man, because nothing, well, should I say nobody is yours. Even your own children. They are your children by birth, but they don't belong to you. Everybody has autonomy and they have the right to go out there and explore the world the same way that you do, and you have to lend respect to that. But trust me, they love you and they feel for you. They'll be back. It's gonna be alright. Man, it's gonna be alright. You know what I'm saying? But y'all have a good night. Remember to listen to the Daily Go Getimism show every single day at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Daily Go Getimism show. Call-in number is 319-527-6199. Once again, the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. blogtalkradio.com/Sun752. All right? Y'all have a good night, and I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.